evening to Ms. Jose. My name is Regina Devi, and today our group will present about a poem called When Great Trees Fall by Maya Angelou. So I will present for introduction. Maya Angelou 1987 poem When Great Trees Fall is written following the death of her close friend and a fellow author called James Baldwin. While the poem serves as a personal tribute to Baldwin, it is also addresses the collective grief felt by the African American community following the loss of civil rights leaders like Martin Luther King Jr. and Malcolm X. Through the metaphor of great trees, Angelo explored how the passing of influential figures disrupt of the world, ultimately highlighting themes of resilience and the lasting impact of a great soul. When great trees fall, rocks on distant hills shudder. Lions hunker down into tall grasses, and even elephants lumber after safety. When great trees fall in forests, small things recoil to silence, their senses eroded beyond fear.
When great souls die, the air around us becomes light, rare, sterile. We breathe briefly, our eyes briefly, see it with a hurtful clarity. Our memory suddenly sharpened, Alzheimer, no all kind of words unsaid, promise word never taken.
Great souls die and our reality bound to them. Take leaves of us, our soul dependent upon their nature, now shrink, wisen. Our mind formed and informed by their radiance fall away. We are not so much maddened as reduced to the untenable ignorance of dark, cold cave.
And when great souls die, after a period peace blooms, slowly and always irregularly, space filled with a kind of soothing electric vibrations, our sins restores, never to be the same. Whisper to us, they existed, we can be and be better, for they existed. Good evening, Miss. My name is Mitli Luya. So in my part, I will briefly explain about the literary device that we have found from this poem. So in When Great Trees Falls poem by Maya Angelou, it used several literary devices to show loss and healing. The extended metaphor of great trees represent important people whose death creates deep emotional impact. Next, symbolism is seen in nature, like silence and thin air, to express grief, emptiness, and eventual hope. Next, moreover, alliteration, such as rock, shadow, and small things, silent, and create sound effect that reflect shock and calmness. Meanwhile, personification, it gives human qualities to nature, like rock shadow, and peace blooms, showing that loss affect everything, but healing is possible. Together, these devices literally highlight the journey from grief to recovery.
Today, I will present the main theme in the poem When Great Tree Falls by Maya Angelou. This poem explores how people felt when someone important passed away and how their influence continues even after death. The first theme is enduring impact of great individuals. In the poem, great people are compared to large tree. When a big tree falls, it affects everything around it. In the same way, when an important person dies, it deeply affects people's emotion and life. These individuals brings peace, comfort, and joy, so their absence creates a strong feeling of emptiness. However, even though they are gone physically, their legacy remains. People continue to remember their values and action, and these memories guide them in life. The second theme is healing, hope, and growth. At the beginning of the poem, people experience strong emotions such as shock, fear, confusion, and sadness. The world feels unstable and there is a deep sense of an emptiness. People may also feel regret about things they did not say or do. This shows that healing does not happen immediately and it is natural to go through pain and grief first. The third theme is sorrowfulness of losing someone. The poem shows that losing a great person brings a deep sadness, not only to one person but the whole community. Angelo used the image of a fallen tree to show that death can disrupt the natural order of life. Everything feels different and the world may seem empty and quiet. People may struggle with their emotion and remember words that were never spoken. The final theme is the emotional disruption of death. The poem shows that death can feel like something that shakes the entire world. People may feel lost, confused, and emotionally weak because they have lost someone who guide and support them. Angelo also used nature to show that grief is universal and affect everything around us. At first, the atmosphere feels cold and empty, showing deep sadness. But gradually, the mood becomes more peaceful. So in conclusion, the poem teaches us that losing someone important is very painful, but it is also a natural part of life. Great individuals leave a lasting impact, healing takes time, and sorrow can turn into strength. Even though people may pass away, their influence, memory, and lesson continue to live within us and help us to become a better individuals.
Good evening, Miss. My name is Vidyana. So I will be presenting about the meaning of poem performance by Maya Angelou. The poem focusing on symbolism, personification, and its emotional meaning. To begin with, Angelou uses the symbol of great trees to represent important and influential people in our life, such as leader, mentor, or loved one. When a great tree falls, it does not happen quietly. It changes everything around it. Similarly, when someone significant dies, the impact spreads beyond one person and affects the whole community. Even strong animals like lion and elephant described as reacting, showing that no one is truly strong in the face of loss. Angelo also used personification to show how nature responds to grief. For example, rocks on distant hills shudder. Although rocks cannot feel, this gives the idea that grief is not powerful, that it feels universal, as if the whole world is mourning. The poem then shifts to the inner experience of grief. Memory is described as something that gnaws on kind words unsaid, suggesting that regret is painful and persistent. It reflects, it reflects how people often dwell on what they did not say or do. Finally, the idea of hurtful clarity shows the transition from shock to acceptance. While clarity usually means understanding, here it is painful because it forces us to face reality without the comfort of the person we lost. Overall, Angelos used symbolism and personification to show that grief is both deeply personal and widely felt, moving from shock to regret and finally to painful awareness. To conclude, Maya Angelou showed that while the beginning of the poem is filled with the sadness and silence, the ending brings a sense of hope and healing. She explained that peace will bloom slowly and always irregularly, meaning that healing takes time and does not happen in a straight way. The repetition of the they existed is powerful because it reminds us that these people truly live and made a difference. Their impact will always remain, and at this point, the idea of the great trees changes. It is not longer only about loss but also about what they leave behind. Their memory becomes a soothing electric vibration, showing that their presence is still felt even after they are gone. Angelo also encouraged us not to stay broken by grief. Instead, we should learn from them and become better. In short, the poem showed that loss brings pain, but also strength, memories, and growth.